Schooling in Ontario. What do Ontarian schooling systems look like? Do schools under different systems operate differently from one another? Or are they all regulated by a single set of standards? Are all schools the same? As many individuals know, there are multiple schools in Ontario that are operated for both elementary students and secondary students across the province. While most of these schools are public institutions, there are quite a few that are operated on a private basis as well. In this video, we will be discussing the similarities and differences between a public schooling system in Ontario and a private schooling system in Ontario. Specifically, the Toronto District School Board, TDSB, which is the largest public school board in Canada, and the Satisai School of Toronto, Canada, which is a private educational institution for students in junior kindergarten to grade 8. To begin, let's first take a look at the Toronto District School Board. The Toronto District School Board is the largest and one of the most diverse school boards in Canada. It serves approximately 247,000 students in 583 schools throughout Toronto. As with many other school districts, the TDSB has a mission statement that drives its overall operations. The Toronto District School Board's mission is to enable all students to reach high levels of achievement and to acquire the knowledge, skills, and values they need to become responsible members of a democratic society. In order to attain this mission, the board has implemented a multi-year strategic plan that sets direction and identifies system goals to support all students. The multi-year strategic plan is comprised of the following goals. 1. Transform student learning. 2. Create a culture for student and staff well-being. 3. Provide equity of access to learning opportunities for all students. 4. Allocate human and financial resources strategically to support student needs. And 5. Build strong relationships and partnerships within school communities to support student learning and well-being. Through the implementation of this plan, the TDSB hopes to close the achievement and well-being gaps while keeping expectations high for all students, transform student learning, and increase engagement of students, staff, parents, and communities. The TDSB firmly believes that all students will be successful with this coordinated and strategic approach. Aside from having a mission statement and goals, the TDSB has also implemented numerous policies that help guide operations within the school board. One noteworthy policy is the Respectful Learning and Working Environment Policy, which aims to provide a learning and working environment in which all individuals treat each other with respect, dignity, and learn to work in an environment that is free from all objectionable conduct, including violence, harassment, bullying/intimidation, and discrimination. In addition to this, there is also the Caring and Safe Schools Policy, which affirms the board's commitment to creating school learning environments that are caring, accepting, safe, peaceful, nurturing, positive, equitable, and respectful. And the Equity Policy, which has to do with TDSB's commitment to the elimination of discrimination and the promotion of fairness, equity, acceptance, and inclusion. Both of these policies are governed by and comply with the legislative requirements of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the Education Act. Through all of these policies, schools within the Toronto District School Board are able to embed the mandated Ontario Ministry of Education legislation and laws, specifically Bill 13, an act to amend the Education Act with respect to bullying and other matters. According to Section 7.2 of this bill, schools are to provide programs, interventions, or other supports for pupils who have been bullied, pupils who have witnessed incidents of bullying, and pupils who have engaged in bullying. Because of the TDSB's Respectful Learning and Working Environment Policy, the Caring and Safe Schools Policy, and the Equity Policy, they have been able to implement a variety of support programs which have simultaneously satisfied certain sections of Bill 13. Something that makes the Toronto District School Board unique is its dedication to supporting English language learners. The TDSB provides this support through their LEAP program as well as through their newcomer reception centers. The LEAP program, or the Literacy Enrichment Academic Program, is a special program for students aged 11 to 18 who did not have the opportunity to attend school regularly before coming to Canada. LEAP offers these students a chance to gain English language, literacy, and mathematical skills so that they can participate fully in their classes. The Newcomer Reception Center acts as an assessment center where students can have their English language skills and mathematical skills assessed. These assessments then help students in local secondary schools to support the new student with the most appropriate courses. Since the TDSB is a very diverse school board, it is important that these ELL supports are in place in order to ensure that their students thrive in every way possible. We will now move on to discussing the Satyasai School of Toronto, Canada. The Satyasai School of Toronto, Canada is a model school for values education in Canada. The school offers the Ministry of Ontario curriculum integrated with values-based education for students from kindergarten to grade 8. The school's mission is to promote human excellence in students by balancing character education and academic achievements. The educational approach at the Satyasai School employs a variety of effective teaching methods structured around the 5 human values of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and nonviolence. These teaching methods include daily light meditation, discussion of the values, yoga, and community service activities. Specially trained teachers further integrate the human values within the learning of traditional academic subjects such as math, science, language, social studies, and physical education. What makes the Satyasai School so unique is its Value Integration Program, otherwise known as the Satyasai Education in Human Values Program, or SSEHV. The 5 teaching components of the SSEHV program are 1. The thought for the day, 2. Light meditation, 3. Group singing and music, 4. Group activities, and 5. Storytelling. Through the implementation of this program, students are taught to continuously practice the 5 human values and to treat others with respect and care. In other words, they help the school to embed and satisfy Bill 13, the Accepting Schools Act, in its day-to-day operations. Not only has Bill 13 introduced a few policies into Ontarian schooling systems, but it has also changed certain sections of the Education Act. Section 1691.1 of the Act requires boards to have policies that promote certain goals. This section was amended to include the following goals: promoting a positive school climate that is inclusive and accepting of all pupils, and promoting the prevention of bullying. Because of the Satyasai School's SSEHV program, this institution is able to encourage positive student behavior that is welcoming and accepting to all members of the school community, which does help satisfy this section of the bill and prevent bullying. When comparing the Toronto District School Board and the Satyasai School of Toronto, Canada alongside each other, it is clear that there are similarities and differences between the two schooling systems. The TDSB focuses heavily on inclusion and academic success for all students through its integration of special ELL support programs and its multi-year strategic plan. The Satyasai School of Toronto, Canada focuses on the integration of value-based education and raising citizens who will be star role models in the future. I believe that there are advantages and disadvantages to both of these schooling systems. However, as a future Ontario teacher, I definitely want to experience teaching at the Satyasai School of Toronto, Canada. As an educator, it is important that students are taught the importance of acting with integrity at all times in order to become excellent citizens in the future. Through the Satyasai School's SSEHV program, I know that it would be easier for me as a teacher to achieve this goal.